This is Not So Zen, a podcast where we talk about real life, real mess, and real transformation. Join two friends, Melissa, a lawyer known as the Advocator, and Alia, a Reiki master known as the Healer, while they have real, honest, raw conversations about the not so zen parts of life and the quest for healing without the fluff. Well, maybe a little bit of fluff. Welcome to episode 7.
It's my favorite number.
I know. I can't believe we're on episode 7 of Not So Zen Pod. That's like so cool.
It's so amazing. And we are so incredibly grateful, you guys, for all those who listened from the very beginning, and then all the new listeners, new followers, subscribers. We are beyond mind blown to the community that's very slowly growing. We're small but mighty. And we are so grateful you're here in the Not So Zen Pod with us.
Yes. Love to all our followers. So for all of you who've been following us and or not following us, we always start with our Not So Zen moments of the week. So I think I'm going to go first.
Please do.
Okay. All right. So my place of Zen at my house is my porch, which is like, it's outside. It's this little area that's got like 2 couches and TV, and it has the strung lights at nighttime, and there's music out there, and
a fire pit,
an egg chair, and a water feature.
Over time, you've definitely made it a nice, cozy spot.
Yeah, this is my Zen place of Zen. So I will lay out there often, like in the evening, at night, and sometimes I might like drift off and fall asleep out there, but it's like so Zen and peaceful. Until I fell asleep out there, and all of a sudden I heard like rustling in the woods, or it's not woods. Is that woods?
Not really.
Not really. No, it's like trees. There's like rustling in the trees, and I was like, I got startled. I was like, whatever. And I like started to drift back asleep, and all of a sudden, in front of me, like he could have like jumped up and like tried to like eat my face.
I would have screamed.
Like, what if I didn't wake up?
Honest to God.
And he tried to jump up at me. I would have freaked out.
You know, people have raccoons as pets, right?
No.
They
Who
do.
has a raccoon as a pet?
No, it's a thing.
That's a thing?
It's a thing.
I like there. No.
Are there any raccoon pet owners out there? Please send us a DM. We would love to know more.
Nothing against it, but no.
Well, and the funny thing is, like,
I was not trying to domesticate him in any way whatsoever.
It's like, remember growing up when you're told by your parent or, you know, or even a teacher or something, like, the bug is more scared of you than you are of it.
Dude, this thing was not scared of me at all. And he was fucking massive.
Okay, so that's a way to... So have you ever slept out there again like that?
Hell no. Dude, I ran in the house so fucking fast. Yeah. No more falling asleep in my place of Zen.
So then, okay, yeah, that's not so Zen.
It was not. It was a not so Zen moment in my place of Zen. But wait, are you going to tell your not so Zen story?
I'm going to.
Because that's about your place of Zen
not so Zen
too.
moment, though, became Zen because it forced you to go to bed.
I was in bed.
No, not on the couch outside, Melissa. So the place where we nourish our body the most is lying flat in our bed in the dark.
So do you think the raccoon was putting me to bed?
Yes.
Okay.
So you see how we do this, you guys? Okay. This is a thing. And we haven't really done that in every episode, but the thing about the Not So Zen podcast, it's not about highlighting negative, bad things that are happening, because they're happening to all of us all day, every day.
Well,
right?
And maybe they're not bad.
Well, it's like things that are frustrating or confusing, or like, why did that just happen to me? But then there's always a silver lining. There's always a moment of Zen that you really need to tap into. And so I feel like the raccoon gave you that Zen moment by putting you to bed.
He put me to bed. All right. I was put to bed by a raccoon.
Done. My not so Zen moment is actually, so now that it's fall, the weather's exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
I'm outside of my Zen garden, the half finished, what inspired this podcast. I mean, I'm out there a lot. I'll even take my computer and work out there. And so it's still unfinished and it stopped because, long story short, is it episode 1 where we explain?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It is.
So if you want to know the background of how the podcast started, episode 1 explains this whole Zen garden thing.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to get at here is I was sitting there this week in the Not So Zen garden and
Were you not feeling zen?
no, well,
Were you
it's hard
stressed?
not to because the woods and all the things. But I looked around at the unopened bags of rock and the half of it that's like weed blocker on the ground that needs to be covered by rock. And I just was like, this is not Zen because I want it to be done so bad.
I know.
I'm ready. So
the vision is very Zen though.
It
like
really
the
is.
Vision of the finished garden is very.
Thank you.
Not quite there yet.
So now I'm in a place where Melissa and I can't break our back anymore and
it's going to get
add
cold.
rocks and exactly. So I'm thinking, how do I transmute and reframe my not so Zen feeling of being in my?
What are you going to do?
I guess
like,
get some quotes. I mean, I really should.
Are you going to have somebody else?
I think it would be the smartest idea to just hire and have someone help. What do you think?
You know what? You just like maybe we have not so Zen moments to tell us it's okay to ask for help. How often do we not ask for help?
Snowflake as drop moms. On that one.
Snowflake drop.
Puffball drop on that one. We're referring to our microphone, by the way. Yes, go to YouTube if you want to see what we're talking about.
Our puffball snowflakes.
You can see them on our social media too, because we post teasers. But
with our bear, we're snuggling a bear on a couch right now
after watching the Phillies lose.
Oh, let's not talk about that.
No. Okay,
because that was not so Zen.
Keep going.
All right. So what's our episode about? All right. So today's episode is about purgatory. And let's talk about what gave us the idea, because we love so much Taylor Swift.
We love you.
Right. And how many times do you think you've listened to her newest album so far? How many times?
A lot.
Yeah. Like you lost track.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lost track too. I've listened to it over and over again.
I'm starting to memorize the words.
Same.
So, but we actually had to look.
But wait, what was the song?
We had to,
so there's a song.
I have it right here.
Okay.
So on the album, The Fate of Ophelia.
Yes, I love that song.
It's
oh my God.
One of the songs. Brilliant. And we love how poetic she is with her writing and her song lyrics. And so, of course, we heard this line in the song.
Yeah, what is it?
I might have lingered in purgatory.
Oh, right. I think she was talking about her relationships.
Well, as you look because at the lyrics,
she was in between.
Very much so.
Right? Before she met Travis, she thought she found the love of her life, right? Joe, whatever his name was, that she was with for like 7 years. That was her love of her life. They were supposed to get like married, whatever. They break up, which was like the greatest love loss. Isn't there a song about that? Either love of my life.
LOML and So Long London.
Yes. Right? So before she meets Travis, she was like in that in between is like purgatory. So we started to talk about like, what is the in between? And how awful is the in between?
Well, that's a good point, Melissa, because if you guys know, and before I go, I do want to read the definition of purgatory.
Okay. All right.
Because the thing is.
Wait, did you Google it?
Well, of course.
Oh.
I mean, I have the actual full-blown definition from Webster's Dictionary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, didn't I say you were an encyclopedia?
Me? I Googled this. So the definition of purgatory in relation to religion, really, right?
Right.
Is a place or state of suffering and inhabited. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think you did.
Inhabited by the souls of sinners
Oh, yeah.
who are
Oh.
expiate. Oh, wow. You guys laugh with me.
Well, it sounds
What's
like
this
the
word?
souls are suffering. You want me to read without my reading
Okay.
glasses?
So they're in purgatory with their sins before going to heaven.
And they're
Okay,
suffering, but that's suffering.
well, it says suffering, but like I can't wait to hash this out.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right.
here though, from a non-religious standpoint, purgatory is often popularly thought of and referred to as the middle or in between state.
Okay.
It is literally this moment in time, and it could be anywhere in your life. So
Well,
you
that's like
referenced Taylor's relationship, but this really could be with career and
it could
job.
be anything.
It could be, your physical body.
Being in
It
the
could
in
be-
between.
Yes, which reminds me of Stranger Things when we say that. But Melissa doesn't watch Stranger Things, but
I know I'm the
I
only
love it.
person on earth that hasn't watched it.
Oh
Sorry,
God,
guys.
I can't wait for the last final season.
But it's like being stuck in that in between. Like you're in
Right.
the like it's like when you're in that transition phase.
Right. Well, it's not.
Right?
It's what you're being asked of. Okay, so this lyric by Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
right?
She's
It
like,
had us reflect.
She's like, I would have stayed stuck in purgatory if you didn't come alive.
Well, it had us reflect, and the reflection, quite simply, was I said, or either you said or I said, I'm in purgatory right now. I have been.
Yeah.
Actually, the entire year of 2025 has felt like a purgatory for me, but I'm in a massive career pivot. I've also navigated some relationship things that, it felt like such an in-between that I'm like, I'm out.
Well, I had the same feeling for 2025 too. That started like when my dad passed. Right? It was like the in between. It was like learning now how to live a different version of life.
That's so true.
Right?
And when you're carrying grief, that's really hard to step into the new version.
Yeah, it's like
and accept
being
life
in the
without
in-between.
that loved one. That's really hard. So what I'm trying to get at with this is that maybe you guys are going to reflect with us. Where are you in purgatory in your life? And once you can pinpoint that, you then can transmute and reframe how you feel in this in-between, because the in-between, it feels confusing. It can feel sad. It can feel very frustrating. You can get angry, anxious.
Yeah.
People in an in-between, in a purgatory state of somewhere in life, you might stress eat, and then all of a sudden you're gaining weight, and then that makes you unhappy.
Well, I think it's hard to be patient in that process.
Very much so.
Like, at least for me, probably because I'm an Aries and I have zero, I have negative patience. My patience level is like -5.
That's amazing.
But I don't want to ever be in between. I either want to be here or there or here. I just want to be here.
You mean in
there.
today or tomorrow or
Yeah.
today?
That's wait, you were reading something from Instagram that was
it was like today. It was about energy that was happening. It said today.
Energy. And it said today, and you didn't know where the person was from. What part of the world the person?
I think the person
from.
is in another part of the world, not the U.S.
Yeah, so you're so it says today, but it was either today or tomorrow or yesterday or today.
Yeah, so we're sitting there together, and I go, "Well, today could be today, tomorrow, or yesterday, or today." And we just both started cracking up. I'm like, I don't even know how I did that.
I was like, I actually followed.
So that's a purgatory right there.
That is purgatory.
That's an example of
that's purgatory. It's either today, tomorrow, yesterday, or today.
And you're like, wait, you got to think for a second. But anyway, let's pull back on this whole reflection mode. So if you can just ask yourselves with a lot of grace and a lot of patience, where in life am I in purgatory? And the word really hits. It does because it's a feeling. That word comes with a feeling. And a lot of times people are in a purgatory. I'm doing air quotes right now because they have sinned.
Yeah.
In a relationship example, let's say you've been married for so many years and then there's infidelity that shows up. Well, that's going to put the couple, the relationship in purgatory because they're both like, what are we doing here?
Right. What do we do now?
And then
let's change the
influence
dynamic of
all
everything.
the, lower vibrational energies. And so
what do you do when you know you're in
Right.
that state? Like when you're like, okay, this part of my life is very much in purgatory. Like I'm in this in-between stage. So what's the right thing to do? Because personally, me, I just want to get out. We just want to
That's what
get
most
to
people
the other
wanna do.
side and like hit the fast forward button and get there. Like what's the right thing? Like I don't think I can stay in a purgatory state.
So no one's meant to stay.
But that sounds worse than hell.
Well,
That sounds like more torture and more suffering than hell.
I don't
Like
know.
if you're like, you can
I
either
think hell
go to,
sounds worse.
you can either go to hell or you can go to purgatory.
I would rather go to purgatory. But I also know how to manage those
a glimmer
feelings.
of hope.
No, it's not. It's not a glimmer. So
At least if you're in hell, you know where you're at, where you're ending up. You know your destiny.
I'm going to offer an answer to your question, but also perspective.
Okay. All right.
So the perspective is you would always take this run with this moving forward. When you feel you're in purgatory somewhere in your life, stuck in the middle, in between, not sure which direction it needs to go, thank it. Because it's showing up in your life for a reason. That is how transformation, and it brings it back to the podcast here. We're talking real stuff, and we're talking about messy stuff, and we're talking about the transformation part of it.
I will say, this does make sense. You're making sense.
Reiki and training. I'm telling you, this thing is real deal. I've been doing this for a long time.
I think it was definitely you that taught me like the shitty things in life that happen. They happen for a reason. They happen because they're teaching you a lesson.
Always a lesson.
And it's best to be able to look back and with gratitude for the shitty stuff.
Right. And
like
that's
look back with gratitude for the shitty stuff because of the lesson it taught you. And if you're open to seeing the lesson, you're going to learn from the lesson and it's going to change your path forward.
Well, and that's like really a practice that takes practice.
It does.
Because that's why the lotus flower grows in mud. It's so gorgeous. It's so unique, right? But in order for it to grow, it needs to grow in mud.
You know, the lotus is a symbol for
muddy,
sexual assault survivors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for their healing process.
That makes total. Well, it makes sense, and it came. This whole message of like what you do to answer your question, to come back to like coming back
how to get out of purgatory.
How do you get out? But so it's like first step is decide where in life you feel you're in purgatory and stuck. Then you thank the situation. You thank it. Don't wish it away. Don't hide from it. No. This is all showing up for you to lean in and be like, hey, sup, purgatory. What can I learn from you?
What's up?
Yeah. I'm in the purg.
I'm in the purg.
I mean, let's have fun with it.
Me and my purg are going to go like talk about shit.
And then that's a funny thing is like, I'm saying here, like we're laughing, but like purgatory from a religious standpoint is very serious. It's a very sacred moment into your journey.
Wasn't
upward.
The purpose that you go there to suffer for your sins weren't bad enough for hell, so you go to purgatory to like suffer for some of your sins, so then you get released to heaven?
Well, and I don't know.
Just make that up?
Well, no, I mean it said it in the definition that there's the word suffer, but rather I believe that in purgatory, if you've had sins that aren't worthy of hell, you go to purgatory and you learn the lesson.
That you didn't learn here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you're sitting at a table across.
So enlightening. It's like frustrating.
All your angels are at a boardroom table and they're like, well, welcome. We've been talking to you for centuries now and you never got the lesson. So we're going to share it with you via face to face.
Do you think our angels think that we're just like sometimes so fucking oblivious?
Well,
they're like, man,
they just laugh
they're
at us.
blind.
They laugh at us. And then what they do is, so the thing is like, I'm going to bring it back to this, scenario of a marriage and infidelity, right? And so the thing that's interesting, if we don't learn the lesson from being in that purgatory, it's going to happen again. The universe and the angels and the gods, whatever higher power,
too.
You'll have a continual karmic loop. Really, it brings us back to that of repetition. You might be, whoever was the cheater, may get pulled back into another scenario where they want to cheat again. So it's like, learn the lesson when you're in purgatory, like learn it and then move forward. And then new lessons will show up, but we thank them.
We're grateful and show gratitude.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me
a shit show.
Thanks for the shit in life.
I love shit. A shout out to Daria right now because we also laugh, and Melissa, and we just talk about the circus. Or some days we're on a pirate ship because we're at battle. You gotta load those cannons and you gotta get that lesson and you gotta go through that storm, and then all of a sudden, woo, blue sky.
Get to the other side.
Pirate, villain, goddess. Sorry, I digress.
Yes. I mean, it's so very purgatory. Purgatorious.
What is?
All of it.
Well,
all of it. The goddesses, the pirate ship.
That's not in the part. Oh, meaning like the energy, because goddesses go through the underworld, which Taylor also references underworld numerous times.
Do you think Taylor's been to the underworld? I think she's gone through the underworld.
You think? That's how Source moves through her and writes the music she writes, because the girl had 12 broken relationships until she met Travis. I just saw that.
Oh, God, you're so smart.
12 broken hearts.
12 broken hearts.
This is her 12th. This is her 12th
album. So
what's
album 13 gonna be? It's gonna be
the love.
Heart.
Thank God. We all want love, peace, and freedom. So we're gonna wrap this up. Essentially,
but before we wrap, where's Claire?
Claire is still in the same place. Claire is
Wait, can I ask
it's a prayer card. It's St. Claire. And
she lives in the Not So Zen,
had her out
Zen garden.
Yeah. And she doesn't blow away. And there's been a lot of storms and wind and rain.
But I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you thought about what's going to happen to Claire if you have somebody come in and finish the Zen garden?
I'm going to let the natural flow happen.
Well, they're going to see her. Like, are you going to be like, don't touch her, just let her naturally flow?
Yeah, I'll probably do.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll have to keep everybody posted on how that ends up going. We might need to have a camera out there to watch.
That sounds exhausting.
Does it sound like purgatory?
No, that is a no. I don't even need to go in purgatory for that one.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us on another episode of Not So Zen. We love you guys.
Thank you so much for sharing and all the things. And if you want to be a guest on the show, please send us an email at notsozenpod@gmail.com or a DM or
we've actually had a couple people reach out to us.
We have.
Yeah. And we actually respond because, we are who we are.
After the 10th episode is when we will episode 11, which makes sense because it's 1-1. So it's like 2.
Oh, 1-1.
So it's like we're an entity,
yes.
Melissa and I, and then the guests will be. It's so fun. So episode 11 will be our first guest.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Slay.
All
right. Peace out.
Don't stay in purgatory too long.
No, don't stay in purgatory. Get out. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Not So Zen. Stay connected with us on Instagram at Not So Zen Pod for real life updates on our eternally unfinished Zen garden. And drop us a note anytime at notsozenpod@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow the show, and remember, perfection is overrated. Just ask our garden.